Keith Milo. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Welcome to the Motor City.
Thank you. I feel welcome.
Let's talk a little bit. You grew up where?
I'm from Dallas originally.
And what age did you have an interest in music?
Probably like 8 or 9. I was at a rehearsal dinner for one of my dad's military friends' wedding or something.
Yeah.
And everybody's just wasted and doing karaoke. And I went up there and I sang Alicia Keys. And some guy paid me like $20 to go and sing it again because his wife was in the bathroom.
What Alicia Keys song was it?
Fallen. It was
nice. Yeah. You're like, hey, this could be my future. This is what I want to do.
Literally my thought process in it.
So typically, any young person that wants to sing, they either do it or they want to get a little better at it. You had some training, right?
When I first started, my mom was really adamant on me getting voice lessons, which I took offense because I'm like, well, I think I'm pretty good.
Right.
You know? And I not only found a voice teacher, but I went to a private artist development center.
Right.
Which is damn near unheard of for kids my age, especially growing up in Texas.
Do you feel like she recognized that you had the gift to do it?
Back then, they were assigning me songs like Mariah Carey and Leona Lewis. So I'm pretty sure they could see the potential. They could hear the potential because those are not women to be played with. If
you're going to sing Bleeding Love, you better do it right.
Well, and I used to have to sing while I was on a medicine ball holding weights, doing sit-ups while I'm singing.
Does that work?
Well, it's so that your brain doesn't go off from the core, you know? It forces you to stay right there and where your support is at.
You mentioned Mariah Carey, you mentioned Alicia Keys. Who were your musical influences?
I always loved anything R&B. Truthfully, when I'm alone, probably I'm singing sad, really belty, Jasmine Sullivan, and I love deep soul stuff like that. But I think at some point in my producing journey, I just was I'm not Adele. I'm not going to stand on stage for 2 hours and weep.
Sure.
I gotta dance. I love her.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, but I gotta dance. So I started to actively make things that would allow me that space on stage.
So LA is tough because you're in a city where it's tough to stand out because everybody wants what you want. They either want a music career or they want an acting career.
Yeah.
So how do you stand out there?
I really do love to chop it up as the consistent work because I know that is a major part of it. I have not really stopped for years and years and years and years and years. You can't really call it luck because it's you've done the work to be prepared, but the luck comes when the opportunity meets you.
What led to the situation where you worked with Akon's team?
So I had a friend who was kind of a mentor of mine in fashion. And at the time I was having a really, I was not feeling good. I wasn't working on music. I wasn't feeling artistic. I was feeling the woes of my LA, struggle life. Anywhere you move, you're going to work through the kinks of that city at first.
Right.
So he introduced me to a friend of mine named Amanda, who was managing that studio and Akon at the time. First day, we kind of just talked.
Right.
But I'm kind of okay, this girl knows her stuff. And when she invited me back, I just brought all my stuff. My mic, my interface. I brought the stuff in the studio with me. And kind of just... And she let me stay.
Yeah.
And I stayed until Akon got back from Senegal, which was weeks. And then when he got back, he's like, who's this? And she's like, that's our new kid. And he's like, cool.
He didn't throw you out.
No. I even played him some songs, so... From day one that I met him, he was always open to whatever energy I was bringing to the table, probably because she brought me. You know what I mean?
Would you say that experience or one of those, that type of experience probably taught you more day to day than you would have maybe picked up in a classroom?
I was a music business and songwriting major.
Right.
All those years in college, and I learned really important stuff, but it's nothing being in the room when the 6 a.m. call is on and people are screaming at each other and I don't know, someone doesn't have proof of funds or someone misappropriating funds or whatever. All of that back end stuff that as an artist you don't even hear about until like the time comes or it's past or whatever, 'cause
Right.
your team is like taking care of it, you know. I was seeing it like nonstop, day to day to day. So you could say I almost even had like PTSD kind of thing going on from my time being in that studio, because I'm just fearful of everything that could happen.
But you certainly know what to look out for.
Yeah. I wouldn't take that time back for anything, for sure.
The song you released, Crazy, which I watched the music video for, which is so good.
Thank you.
Talk a little bit about that.
I felt good about it always from the first day that I started making the beat. So the song has been written and demoed for years now, you know. It's just I wanted to get more legitimate people on my back end, people that do what they say they're going to do.
Right.
And people that are really like tapped into like real marketing and stuff like that. It was just things that I wanted for myself, that I was like, I can't just waste this song when I feel how good it is and I'm clearly getting the reception that I want from this song.
Right.
You know, I wait sometimes on things for things to feel right, and finally, it's certain things like my background vocalist, the person who I wanted involved with the video, it just certain things started to like really come together within a few months' time, and I'm like, okay, now is the time, you know. And I still agree with that. I love that it's now.
Let me just play this a minute.
Act like you care for me. Act like you care.
This might be your best stuff. I think I think so. You can hear that song in so many scenarios, and so many people can relate to, I think, that.
Thank you so much. Yeah, it's probably the most raw, emotional song that I've recorded that's out, you know, so far. It's like you get the texture from the voice, you get the texture from the instruments.
Yeah.
I was reading something on the way here, and it's like this girl that I met in London who's from Hong Kong. She's like editor of some magazine in freaking some other country.
Right,
you know?
right.
She's messaged me. She's like, I'm listening to this all night. It's made me cry. It's made me feel resolved with my own situation. You know?
Right.
As a songwriter, that is exactly what you want to hear, but I don't think when you're writing the song that you necessarily imagine the specific messages that you get back from people.
Yeah.
You know? So, I'm just really thankful that.
I saw a viral clip of you on the news at a Beyonce show.
Yeah.
What is the Beyonce Effect?
Anytime something has happened with her name, even like remotely in proximity to mine, it's just goes really, really, really crazy with just the way people perceive me, my career, my potential, whatever.
Yeah.
There's the after effect, which is like something, whatever you saw me in on the news, I took that to Fashion Week, and it's like that same outfit made Vogue.
Yeah.
Not even just Vogue, but it's like the cover picture of street style. It says best street style of Paris Fashion Week.
Nice.
And that was the cover photo. So that proximity just sends it into the stratosphere. I can't really be mad at it. Yeah.
No. What's next? What do you want to do next?
I want to get on the festival circuit,
Yeah.
which is why I started at the top of the year this time with my releases, so I can keep a consistent thing. But I wanted to get ahead of the curve before spring and just get in there.
Do some shows.
Because the way that it's happening online right now through word of mouth, I can only imagine what a live festival would do. So that's kind of my goal, as well as some TV stuff. I want to get into my acting bag.
You're in the right city for it. Keith, it's good seeing you.
You too, man.
I'm excited to hear what you do next. And, you know, you got friends in Detroit now.
I feel so good to be here. I'll definitely come back. I gotta spend more time so I can like see what you guys' food is like. That's usually what I like to do in a new city.
That's good. We like to eat. All right. Good work. All right, we'll be back. 100.3 WNIC.